Okay, show FMers, it's me, FM Cheetah. You can call me Matt, and welcome back to the season review and planning for season 3 of Roving to the Top. So here is the end of season league table. There we are in our guaranteed Europa League position. So City didn't make the Champions League. They're in the Europa League. That's interesting. We're in the Europa League for some reason, but Leicester are in the European Conference League. I don't really understand. Something seems wrong. I think it is. But anyway, and as we know, Fulham, Newcastle and Burnley relegated. I mean, very sad to see Newcastle go down. It's not unusual. But look, Norwich and Brentford stayed up. Norwich was tight, but, Brentford in the end did well. And Sheffield United, unfortunately, slipped away. Sheffield, Chris Wilder's still there, and I'm sure he will remain there. Something I discovered. Now, I don't remember if I pointed out that Ralph Hasenhüttl was at Leeds, but I do know where Bielsa is. He's at Real Madrid, so there might be some prospects here. Here's Ruiz. And where is Ruiz? I don't think we need any more of those, but you know what? I don't care because he looks pretty good, and he's 16. So we're going to assign Gerardo Torrado to look after him. Yes. So that's the season. A 1-goal difference, and that's that. Of course, we qualified for Europe for the 2022 Europa League by finishing in the top 6. Surprise packages, most certainly. So, amazing. We were supposed to initially get relegated. Then we decided we were going to finish mid-table. And instead, we're in the Europa League, which is nice. I know some teams think of it as a pain in the butt and a distraction. Hey, what is the point in not finishing high if you're not going to finish in Europe? And that's it. Gabby Veiga has cemented his legendary status with the club by putting away his first 2 goals of the season. Look at him. Can I just say, let's have a look at the 19-year-old Gabby Veiga, who's still got some potential to burn just quietly. It's all happening for him. His passing is, this is quite a good little player. So Man City also book a ticket, but it's only in the Europa League, as we saw. That's about it. We received the 31.7 million buckaroonies for achieving the place we did. All the bonus payouts have been paid, a total of 900,000. What does that mean financially? Look at that, 75 million in the bank, 33 million in profit this month. Very good. We're going to see any of that? We're gonna see any transfer budget? I guess we might, but anyway. And just in time, Jari Vesharinen is back and he's training again. Good on you, Jari. There you are, Lewis Ferguson. Can we just see? So let's just have a look here. So here it is. In the league, he's had 10 yellows and 3 reds. Okay, let's check out Travis. So in the league, 1 red, and 2 reds in the cup, 18 yellows, and 4 yellows. So a total of 3 red there. And Davenport, just the 1 straight red. So he's not too bad compared to some. And he's also coming along quite nicely as well. From a average rating point of view, Lewis Ferguson was 6.78, Lewis Travis was 6.87, and Davenport was 6.83. So in fact, Ferguson was okay. Maybe I'm just overthinking him. Anyway, that we'll talk about that in a moment. So here we are for the end of season review. The 2021 season. New arrivals. Pepe was number 1, shock horror, 11 appearances, 9 off the bench, 10 goals, 6 assists, really amazing. Samuele Berendelli, I think, did a terrific job in the cup, and I think he'll be important for us. Lancaster came in, he went on loan, he did pretty well on loan. Thiago Tomas didn't have the season he had last season, but he still picked up 23 goals, which is quite nice. I don't know if that made him I'm pretty sure that wouldn't make him Golden Boot. It'll be Timo Werner, of course. But 36 appearances, 7 off the bench. not the best. The problem was he just dived at the end of the season. Terrific, and then he just dived. Now, Lars Dendonker's been out on loan, the 21-year-old. 6.95, quietly doing his business here. This is him. He's very nice. He's developing quite well. I suspect he needs to come back and do the business for us this season. I think he probably can. Hannibal, of course, another decent performer, 13 appearances, managed to pick up that goal, did manage to get in 6 assists too. I think he had a pretty decent season, given the lack of game time he had, really. And let's not forget with Hannibal, who's developing quite well, that we do have a little $12 million buyout clause here. And I'm thinking he might want to stay. I think we want to keep him, that's for sure. Don't know how much money we have to spend, but anyway, Dan Neil was out on loan. I did receive a lot of messages about Dan Neil not playing in the preferred position. I don't really care. A nice season. Yari Vashanen, handicapped by the injury, of course, but was doing very well. I think he's doing quite well out on the left. We managed to pick him up. What does it say, 1.6? Do we have to pay them 1.6 in compensation? Because it was a free. Anyway, he's joining us permanently. He looks good. John Merensage, who just came in on a quick loan, 23-year-old centre-back, also did well. Played very well in the cup. Lewis Ferguson, we know. Sam McIntosh, who cares? He's a ledge. Don't think he's been, mixed development, but he is 17 and he's just outrageous, so I don't care. He'll probably go out on loan next season and smash it in League One. Tariq Lamptey, I think, 3 assists, 4 goals. A revelation, I think, in the right wing. Riddell Richards away. He'll be coming back. His future playing in the first team will depend really on our ability to keep Thiago Tomas. Javier Delone. So, decision to be made about him. I mean, I know we've got Lamptey and we've got Dolan, and I want to check on whether, the injury status on Dolan. Is he injury prone? 25 million for Thiago Tomas, sure. And there's lots of nice attributes here. I'm not fussed on low determination ever in anyone, but then he's got a lot of other nice traits. He does like to do things, killer balls, which is pretty good. He's got decent vision. It's okay passing. He was okay. If we go back and have a look. So Harvey Elliott, 3 goals and 3 assists. Yeah. Stefano Mazzini, he's been out on loan. I don't know what we're going to do. Stefano's really interesting, 23. He just can't get a contract, can't get a work permit. He's not worth all that much, although we picked him up on a free ride or something very little. Yeah, free. We might have to sell him for $500,000. Fine. Federico Navarro, now 22. I think he needs to go out on loan. Really think he should do that. He seems to be fine. He seems to have nice stats. I'm pretty sure the coach report was nothing outrageous there. He's got some good stuff. He's fairly consistent. He enjoys big matches. He just didn't really step up at all. So I would really like him to get some loan time this season. Youngster Stuart McDonough came in. Audrey Masny is away on loan. That's nice. Hernan de la Fuentes is out on loan. He's now 25, and I suspect we need to sell Hernan. Hernan came in on a free, sure did. We'll sell him for 7.5, and that'll be nice. The season's results. A season to remember. Blackburn were one of the competition's surprise packages, consistently defying expectations and owing largely to an impressive spell of form between August and October that saw them rise to 7th, were able to celebrate a successful campaign. Obviously, a Europa League position. I mean, this is just a mess. The biggest issue is goals. Letting in goals. We were lucky we were able to score goals, but we just let in too many goals. You can see that got better as the season progressed, which you would expect. That was it. Our competition top scorer was Thiago Tomas. He's not the Premier League's top scorer, though, is he? No, of course not. Timo Werner is with 26, but he did finish second with 20 goals. That's very good considering we have... it goes to show you how important he was reducing the goal deficit. But yeah, considering we finished with a +1 average and in 6th, given he was he was the second best scorer in the league, it's how important he will be to us. Yellow cards. Lewis Travis on top with 18. He's a winner. But obviously, the competition for us, the competition top scorer with 20 goals. The board give us an A+. The board are delighted the team qualified for the UEFA Europa League through their participation in the Premier League this season. There is no doubt that the fine run of results at the end of the season helped us in overachieving. Yes, it was a fine run of form. If we look here, a lot of red, a lot of green. I'm not sure that's another colour. I'm colourblind. I think we've had this conversation. And then the losses became less. The wins became more. There weren't many draws there either, really. So, yeah, nice. Average home attendance was 26,000. Not bad for us. But the board expected us to fight bravely against relegation immediately. A+. And the Premier League, the Cash Cow 2 Cup, we won it. Yeah. Emirates FA Cup, obviously semi-final, knocked out by Man City by 1 goal. You look at who we came up against: Everton, Derby, United, Leicester City and Man City. B- for that. I think it's harsh. Thiago Tomas 3 goals there. Probably not enough. Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, that's a bloody good result. Carabao Cup, well, we reached the 4th round. Went out 2-0 to Wolverhampton. Not great. We didn't take it particularly seriously. You can see from the top scorers list. Dara, Peke and Yari Vishanen all on 1 goal each. Moments to remember: the biggest win, that 5-0 thumping in the FA Cup over Derby. That was pretty spectacular. The 4-2 win over Tottenham as a match to remember. Do I remember it? Yes, I do remember it. I think that was the match that kind of said, oh, we can win against big teams, really. Cause I think we were getting spanked quite a bit by the smaller teams. By the bigger teams, I should say. Goal of the season went to Travis. Oh, yes, of course. We remember that one. His only goal, I think, in the 5-2 win over United in the 33-minute. Great strike from the Blackburn central midfielder as he scores a volley from 28 metres. I couldn't even run 28 metres. I could, but anyway, it's good. So this is pretty special. The finances. Obviously, we saw that earlier in terms of the details. Here's the breakup. The competition revenue and the broadcast revenue is phenomenal at 95 million, followed by the competition revenue. So there's 130 million almost there. 5 million in sponsorship, 2 million in corporate, and 1.2 in match day commercial revenue. Thiago Tomas, top selling shirt, followed by Armstrong, Travis, Lamptey, and Dak. Dak, hey. Now, how we lined up? Well, yep, 4-2-3-1. Let's have a look. Elliott, yeah, Veriton, Ferguson, Travis, Bager. Yep, we know all this. This is how we did. Kaminsky on a 6.87. Kaminsky's been good, hasn't he? He has been good. I don't think we need to worry about Thomas Kaminsky in terms of replacing a goalkeeper. He's 29. You know, maybe his decision-making's not great, but he's one-on-ones and he's reflex. This is a solid goalkeeper. I mean, he's Polish, right? He's Belgian. Has he actually ever played for the Belgian team? No. Thibaut Courtois, Matt Sells, Simon Mignolet. He's not even featuring. It's outrageous. If we have a look at this little screen there, there's one thing that stands out. The 1-7 on the screen. This man here, Harry Pickering. I had a sense when he was out on loan that he was going to be the one, and he has been immense this season. The 23-year-old still coming along. He's not the fastest. I would like him to work on that. In fact, I think we did have that. We did have quickness there. All right. English hasn't featured. He hasn't featured in the national team, has he? No. I mean, you know, they've got a couple of okay left backs there, I guess. But he should feature. I think he should feature in this. He's just immense. Lenihan was really special too. Came up with goals as well. You know, coming along very, very nice. I've been worried about defence and wondering what do we need to do to leak less goals. And I'm not really sure what that is. I don't think it's got anything to do with these individual players. I think it has to do with how we play. He is susceptible to injury, and he did suffer a couple of knocks. And then Tom McIntyre, the 23-year-old, who's still coming along very nicely, can play at left back when we need him. He's developing. He's not a left back though. Well, not really. Jumping, heading are all good. From a coach report point of view, no cons. And these guys have he's English by second. So what is he by? He's Scottish. Oh, that's right. He's been capped. Of course, he's been capped for Scotland. This is Scotland's centre-back, isn't it? Is it? Oh, it hasn't been. Oh. Wait a second. Oh, there he is. Okay. All right. No, just a couple of others there. Alan Campbell is there. Aaron Hickey, we've got our eye on him. Don't think we've got our eye on anyone else. But look, I mean, Ryan Namby on a 6.83. I think we need to keep Ryan. I don't see any reason why we wouldn't want to keep Ryan. Yeah, I think for sure. Again, fairly susceptible to injuries, but everything else is really, really solid. Obviously, he might have English as a second nationality, but he plays for Namibia, 15 caps. Actually, let's have a look. Is he the captain? He is a top player. How do you know the captain is? He's not the captain, but he is the key player for the squad. I mean, he always starts. Good on you, Ryan. Ferguson, Travis, well, we know they're red card machines. So Elliott, I'm not sure about. Baker overall for the season, I still want to make him better. Ben Brereton over Adam Armstrong, who knows? He signed his new contract, and he's pretty solid. He is consistent. He's got a fair amount of pace, balanced and normal personality. Great overall speed. And still, still coming along. He's 23. He's still got room to grow, I feel. He's not... Obviously, to go to the next level... Like, Tomas is a next level, isn't he? Pickering and Namby are solid mid-table players, as is probably Lennon and McIntyre. Maybe Travis and Ferguson. Baker's still young. What I'm getting at here is... if we're going to... we're finishing the European League, and that's fantastic, but I don't want to finish next season, 12th. We need to push on from here, maintain a European spot. To do that, we're going to need a couple of special players, and I think that's some creative players and probably some wing players, I think. And again, as long as we can keep Thiago Tomas, we'll be okay. The accolades. Manager of the Award. So obviously last year I won the Championship Manager of the Year award. Player awards. Harry Pickering picks up Fans Player of the Season, as he should. He also picks up Young Player of the Season. Peke picks up Signing of the Season. Goal of the Season, as we know, goes to Lewis Travis. Top goal scorer, of course, is Thiago Tomas. And the most assists is Ben Brereton. So there you go. Record break. Worst discipline is Lewis Travis. The youngest player, Christian Richards, came on for a game. He's doing well. And the youngest goal scorer, Samuel McIntosh, at 17 years of age. I don't know if we'll get anything. Well, we should get something surely for Premier League managers, like third place. I think so. I think third place for me, given the club we were and where we finished. Is that not right? That seems fair. And that is that. Players inducted to best 11 overall. Obviously, it's Barry Douglas is still there. Good on you, Baz. Where are you? He's at Lincoln City. Good on you. He really, he was immense. Dak. Don't think Bradley's going to be around next season. Yes, so that was the season. We need to leak less goals, that's for sure. We'll have to think about that. We need to leak less goals. None of those 6-0 losses, that's for sure. If we're going to lose to Man City or Chelsea or whatever, 1-0, 2-0, 2-1. That's it. Not 6-0, 5-0. That really hurt us very early on. Now, we've got a club vision and expectation meeting to get to. Here we are. Play defensively solid football, play counter-attacking football. The end of next season is, to be negotiated, avoid relegation. First knockout round of the Europa League. Okay. Yeah. All right. So I don't want to play this. Can we not, please? So can I drop that? All right. Play counter-attacking football. Sure, we got there last time. We did play counter-attacking football that I was satisfied with. That's it. All right. So where we finish and how much money we have. Oh. Wait a second, we don't have that. Okay. Squad dynamics update. So Lenihan, Armstrong, Travis are the lead team leaders. Kaminsky is highly influential, as is Dak, Nyambi, McIntyre, Pickering, and Tomas. Yeah, that's a good, leadership structure, I think. Managerial support is excellent. Dressing room atmosphere is good. One player doesn't fit into the social group. What player is that? Top influencers. His Instagram must be blowing up, and Adam Armstrong are the top influencers. Social groups. Oh, who is this? Oh, John Mercenage. Okay, well, sure. There's a hierarchy. We saw that. There I am on top. We love a good hierarchy. Yeah, the social groups. So, end of season team meeting. Discuss plans for next season. Okay. Season's over and it's time for you to go and have a well-deserved break. I want every single one of you to be full rested with a mind of getting back, because we're going to be seeking mid-table finish. You all deserve to be congratulated on staving off relegation this season. We're going to work hard to make sure we're well clear of that next year. Avoid a relegation battle. Let's give that a go. Satisfied? Pleased. Is that really what you're targeting? Okay. We'll do well to stay up, and you know it. I'm sensitive to the opinions of the room. Who is that? Tom McIntyre. I'm happy for us to set the bar low and focus on avoiding relegation. Well, I mean, he's offended. Everyone else has played. He's hurt. If he plays who are hurt. Okay, maybe I'm being unrealistic. Work as hard as possible to avoid the drop. Oh, wow. Okay. This is never good, is it? I should have left it. I think that you're showing... Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. Do I want to wave my hand and insist to try and... Let's do it. Ugh. Wow, it's just fallen apart. Okay, let's pacify. I still don't... Well, I'm trying to... Okay. Let's read the knockout stages. Satisfied. All right, I think we can do that. Let's pump the fist. That's exactly what I was doing. I think that's a sensible target. Now, should we discuss at the end of season? Or discuss it? Yeah, when you get back. Neutral on that. Thanks, everyone. I've also finalised the code of conduct. Satisfied. That's a great response. Okay. I should have just stuck with it. Bunch of injuries, some quite long term, because we have people who have injuries. Training camp destination. Let's do it in the US. Vernovin's top division. So Tiago was second, of course, and Fedor Chalov is third. Goal of the season. Lewis Travis finished second with this goal of the season. Vlasic was first. I mean, I think that's pretty amazing there. And Raj training report. Tomas showing pleasing performance. I have no transfer budget. Next season's minimum guaranteed budget will be 20 mil. Yeah, okay. So I guess that's it. Obviously, we need to hold on to Tiago Tomas, and we've got everyone hovering around him. Can we have an interaction with him? Speak about, praise the player for his recent form, put my arm around him, say, your form has been good. I hope it continues. I think you and I differ. Yeah. But I look forward to better performances. Yeah, wow. That was a horrible mess. I was hoping there to encourage him to stay. But anyway, so obviously Visharan will be joining us on the left or in midfield. We've got Ben sticking around. We've got Armstrong here. We've got Vale coming back. Do we make a bid for Hannibal? If we've got 20 mil, what was it? 10, right? So 10 of the 20 on him. No, 12 of the 20 on him. He's good. I mean, the future, like a supporting left back, I think, and maybe a young left back, because I don't think we want to bring in Jon, but we'll see. Harvey goes back. Now, Dolan. Tyrese Dolan, who just unfortunately is not developing as fast as we would like. Again, he's not hugely consistent. Let's have a look at Lamptey. I think Lamptey had some sending offs too, just quietly. He's all right though. Is he considered fairly consistent? He's not considered anything, just average consistent. But he has a competitive streak, which I don't see. I mean, it doesn't say he dives into tackles or anything like that. But he is, yeah, I mean, he's still training. Where is he training? Winger in support. Good on him. Winger. What if we put him in a winger and attack? Sure, winger and attack. Why not? So we keep Dolan and Lamptey. Birindelli backs up. Nyambi when we need a proper backup for Harry Pickering, so Tom McIntyre doesn't have to play there all the time. Midfield, I don't know. Federico Navarro is worth how much? He's worth 25. He's worth 2.5, and he came in on a free. And from a report point of view, he's not too bad. You know, I mean, yes, form is a problem, but he's a fairly consistent performer. And he enjoys big matches. I mean, who doesn't want a player like that around? Harry, report-wise, is just pretty solid. You know, he is a consistent performer. Fans really love him, of course. We saw that. He was fans' player of the match. Playing a couple of positions. Thrives on big matches. This is a guy who can step up. And he's coming along. I would like more pace from him. But, you know, it's coming along. So it's all about keeping Thiago Tomas. Well, that's pretty much it. If we don't keep Thiago Tomas, we're going to have 55 million to spend, including at least the 75 million. That's significant. Have no idea who's out here. But anyway, it'd be very hard to replace him, of course. Players to go. I think Dak has to go, doesn't he? I'm pretty sure. I know he's influential, but, you know, I just think, you know, he's fairly consistent. He does enjoy big matches. I mean, he is considered influential. I just don't see him playing. I think he really has to go. To me, he's a definite. And Elliott, we won't have the money, so I just don't see that happening, unfortunately. And with Dolan and Lamptey here in those roles, maybe that's it. I mean, yes, he had a good season, but, you know, we keep Dolan fit, and we're going to have a lot. I mean, we're going to have Europe, so we're going to need players, but, you know, it's two for each position, right? For Cup, I'd like to make another great Cup run. It'd be nice to win some. Could we win the Carabao Cup? I don't know. We want to run on it, that's for sure. Yeah. Okay. And financially, obviously, we look pretty well. 75 in the bank, 35 was this month. The wage budget is set at 717, and our committed spending, next season's wage budget is going to be 725, and our committed spending is 673. So we're 50 grand a week ahead of our budget. That's good. That's where we want to be. Don't spend the budget unless we need to. That's it, really. On to next season. And Europe, it's going to be fun. We're going to be playing like some Hungarian team, and it's going to be good. It's going to be a hoot. Golden boot for Thiago Tomas. I'm going to work on that relationship. I think that'll do, hey? That's enough for now. Thank you so much for joining me for this season. If you like what you saw today, remember to click the bell and subscribe if you haven't done so already. By ringing the bell, clicking the thumb. Thumbs and bells. That's what we like to hear here. Yeah, I really appreciate it. Thank you for all your comments. I look at them all. I respond to as many as I can that are not rude about me. I really appreciate you sticking around. This is, to me, a really surprising save. I thought we'd end up down in 16-7. I thought we could survive. I thought we had a good enough team to survive. But Europe, this is exciting. Third season into Europe. I mean, Rovers to the top, you know, it's still a huge leap to even challenge or European. I mean, we look at the goal difference, the points difference, 35 points. That's massive. That's 2/3 of a season, or 2/3 of a season, pretty much. So still a lot to do, but hey, it's going to be fun next season. It's going to be lots of fun. We're going to have Europa League. We're going to be in the Cup. It's going to be exciting. We'll see what's happening in terms of pre-season, who's going to come, who's going to go. I look forward to you joining me, and I hope you will. And until next season, la starate. Oh, hey, one last thing. Oh, facilities have been downgraded. So I've asked the board to sort that out straight away. Let's have a look at that. Yeah, we need to do something about this. Let's improve those facilities. Good news though, here's our budget for the season, 52 million with 1 million in the bank as wage budget. So we have a committed spending of 673. We have hundreds of thousands of dollars to spend and 52 million bucks to do it in. Doesn't mean we have to spend it all. We don't have to. Obviously want to keep Thiago Tomas. I'll give a go at offering him a new contract, see if he stays, and we'll bump that buyout to like 100 mil. Yeah, that's it. So we've got a bit of cash. It's nice, very comfortable. Still don't think I want to part with the Harvey Bennett money. Harvey Bennett? Anyway, Harvey Elliott money. We'll see. Anyway, I'll see you next season.